So, welcome back to YTG. We're here today with myself, Nico, Sean, and our super special guest, James Courtney.
Let's not get carried away.
The legend himself.
Yes, the legend.
Take
We're
it
very
easy, guys.
excited.
Take it easy.
We're
got to
really
get out of
excited. We're really excited. We said to you last podcast we were very blessed to be involved with someone very special that we've been given an opportunity, and the great man's here, Mr. James Courtney. So we're very, very privileged to our little sheds in the big league now. So, we're very excited to be with James. We've got some exciting things happening. So we're making the announcement. He's here.
I feel like a prize fighter coming in with the big tee up. I feel like you're going to be up in shadow box.
There you are, brother. It's awesome.
I'm pumped to be involved. I love the brand. It's the way you guys present yourself is fantastic. What you're about and how I've gotten to know you is it's great. It's a great fit. You guys have a great product here in YTG, and I'm pumped to be part of it, man.
Yeah, man, we're grateful.
The future's so bright for you guys. The way you're expanding, everything you're doing, sort of shaking it, turning it on its head a little bit with the whole industry, which is cool.
Yeah,
it's good. I like being part of it.
Awesome, mate. Yeah, we've got some exciting things happening, and we've got the sponsor launch late this evening or this afternoon with Tickford, which we're privileged we're going to be invited to go along to.
It's going to be cars.
There'll be all different stages. So Cam's one's just about done.
Yes.
Thomas's isn't far behind. Mine's the furthest one back.
Oh, really?
Because I've done so much of the Gen 3 testing. They were like, yours can be the last one because you've done the most. So I think I've done about 5 days all up.
Okay.
So I did a heap of stuff the end of last year with the engine mapping side of things. I was struggling really massively on the Ford side with getting the drivability right, which is so important for us because they got so much horsepower, so undertied. So worked a lot with that, and then obviously did some aero parity stuff with Shane. We did a little bit of a shootout, which is pretty cool.
That's big.
Which is pretty funny. So it's been a good program. But it'd be great for you guys to see it. The world's just starting to see, obviously, that first car around the other weekend or the other day. It's exciting. It's going to be so different, the championship now.
Really?
The way those cars work, the way you get the speed out of them. As for an engineering side of things, for the guys to get the speed out of the car, how they tune it's going to be very, very different because it's not reliant so much on aerodynamics.
Yes.
Okay.
Much more of a mechanical grip. So, the whole philosophy about, with the old car, we'd try and run it as stiff as we could, keep the platform quite stable for the aero, to keep the flow under the car a bit more controlled, so then it produces better downforce. Whereas now there's none of that, so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be great.
Curb hopping now is going to be,
mate. It's going to be next level. We'll be driving over this coffee town.
So they've done that, so it's a bit more better, closer racing. Is that sort of what they're trying to do?
Yeah, because the aerodynamics is so influenced, by the car in front. And when the car in front, the air's turbulent, obviously, so then it doesn't produce as much downforce. So they've tried to get away from the aerodynamic, being so aerodynamic reliant, like what Formula One did. But on a much lesser, smaller scale.
Sure.
So hopefully it should produce better racing. We should be able to race closer. But yeah, it's quite a tight time frame. I think we're 5 weeks out of the first event.
Yeah.
So rolling into that with cars pretty much untested, really. The teams are only just getting their heads around them. I think our team first has the first shakedown next week with Cam on Tuesday.
Yeah. Is it Winton you guys are?
Yeah, so they're out at Winton. So it's it's going to be pretty interesting.
Cool. So what can we expect this year? What are we as YTG going to be able to show and give back to the people this year with our sponsorship?
With me?
Yeah.
Whoa, it depends. You can go there's as far behind the scenes as you like, all the way to personal life.
Goodwood. We've got Goodwood this year, which obviously we've been invited to go to Goodwood with some things which we've still got to announce. We won't really discuss what, but when that happens, that's pretty epic that we've been allowed to with what we've got on the plan, which we will make the announcement on that soon enough. And our friend here will be, the front person of that. So it'll be car related, of course, and it'll be pretty special and pretty epic. So stay tuned for that. And also, we've got any V8 meets, obviously through our dear friend Adrian as well, Burgess, and now so we've got a lot of that sort of happening. We've got
a bit of behind the scenes at the rounds and stuff like
definitely the rounds and that.
We'll
be doing car reviews, like we've got some epic cars coming through that we're going to send up to James, and he'll hang out in them for a week or two, or whatever the case may be. yeah, we've got some track days.
He doesn't
Hopefully,
like it, giving cars just to drive.
It's gonna be very good.
I get given a race car to thrash for a weekend. I won't be as hard on your cars, that's
well, I
for
was
sure.
going to give him that black 430 we got coming, the supercharged Novatec 1,000
nuts.
horsepower thing to
Yeah.
drive around up there.
It'll turn some heads.
Yeah, that'd be insane.
Gold Coast, it's
Yeah.
a shady place for
Go on,
a sunny
mate.
place
Yeah,
for shady
yeah,
Yeah,
people.
there'll be plenty of buyers up there for that. So, so yeah, we'll be just doing some really different stuff, and you know we got some track days planned at the island and so on with our clients, and hopefully if that works in with James's calendar, we'll get him down here, and obviously at the top of the league, we precious for his time. So whatever we can work together and do, we're looking forward to it. It's going to be cool and different, and as I said, we are absolutely stoked and grateful that we've been able to get involved with James, and we're really awesome, man. Really grateful, thank you.
Very excited.
No,
we are.
I'm the lucky one being involved with you guys.
No, mate. You allowed us to get into the big league, and it's good. Like I said, you know, I'm blessed to have got some really good relationships with a few of these people in you know, Rusty and obviously Burgess, and I met a few with Ryan and Roland and so on in my days at Duttons and so on, and we moved a few of the race cars and so on, and getting back into that space again, and now with your involvement it would be awesome. Where we've got some really, really special things happening, even with New Zealand. You know, we've got some really good stuff there, and with IMS we're going to be doing some really good things with them, and obviously racing over there, and so we're looking at some exciting things, and like I said, we're just working within your calendar really. Fly down.
I'll be here. Whenever
be
you want
awesome.
me, guys. Any
I want to
questions?
see Sean in the passenger seat on a hot lap.
Oh, that's
squealing
gonna
like
happen.
a little girl.
Mate, well, no, because at the Cars and Caviar, Stevie was bidding when Burgess
Oh,
put
the
the
hot
thing up.
laps in
Yeah,
the
the
Gen
hot laps
3, yeah,
for the
yeah,
Gen
yeah.
3
Uh-huh.
car in both the Camaro and the Ford.
Yep.
And Thomas was there, and Reynolds were there, and then AB's going, yeah, it's one lap, yeah. And AB's like, don't worry, Shawnee, I'll just get him to fucking keep going for a couple of laps. So I thought, oh, sweet. Now we'll hopefully tee it up, Stevie. You go with James.
You come in the proper car.
Yeah.
Do you guys do sponsor days where you take people out in the cars?
Yeah,
we do.
Oh.
So it's
Yeah,
pretty
man.
good. You get so blessed with what you do, you forget that how fast we're going. So it
Yeah.
all sort of, it's like when you get on the freeway and you haven't driven for ages, you get on there and you go over the speed limit, you're like, whoa, I'm really moving here. And then after 10 kilometres down the road, it feels like you can get out and walk faster. Same thing happens with the race car. It feels like first test of the year, you're like, holy shit, this thing's hooking along.
Yeah.
But midway through the year, you're like, oh, this is pretty boring. So
Yeah.
you lose that sense of speed. And until you get a passenger in the car and you get out and you hear them screaming and they're so excited, you're
Awesome.
like, fuck, this thing is pretty quick. So you sort of, it's good to have that, and you sort
Yeah.
of get that
Get you back to
reassurance as
reality.
to, it's doing pretty good. I always push so hard when someone's in the car because I'm like, hope they don't think I'm an idiot. So you're just like pressing on.
You're
So
right.
they get a
Yeah.
good ride. So you'll be well entertained.
Oh, mate, looking forward to it.
Yeah, and we're going to take everyone along the way. So we'll bring GoPros,
Yeah.
we'll bring cameras. So all that content's going to be coming this year, which is going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Only dealership in Australia of premium Gen 3 supercars content.
Yeah, man, not bad, eh? For a little shed and keys.
100%.
So-
Well, we've got to wrap it there.
No.
James has got a tight schedule. He's got
Very
to run
tight
today.
schedule.
So
These guys are as bad as the F1 boys, so they're like on a tight schedule.
Yeah.
So our
It's
drivers
crazy.
outside, ready to take them back to Tickford headquarters.
Nuts.
But we're doing a little bit of a difference, as you know, with the podcast. And then you have the driver simulator, but we're actually getting James in the simulator right now before he jumps in the go back to Tickford. So we're going to do that. We'll send that to you because we're going to hopefully do the podcast next time he's down when he's doing testing. But we just wanted to make the announcement. We're absolutely stoked out of our world. We can finally say it. We're so proud. James, welcome to the family, brother.
No, thanks for
Awesome,
having me.
mate.
Thanks for having me. I'm
thank
super
you for
excited.
being here.
Honestly, man, we're stoked. We're wrapped. Really are. Thank
You
you,
get
mate.
sick of me on the podcast. So
No,
I'll do
you
it all
won't.
the time.
No, we've got heaps of stuff, mate.
I want to talk
This
about
guy's-
your F1 experience. That
Yeah, I was going to say,
yeah,
if
I
you
want to
don't know, and if you're not really motor racing, which, but you're one of the people that watch because you like what we do, seriously check out. Not pissing anyone's fucking pocket, I don't do that. What he's achieved is quite amazing, really. I mean, he's one of the few blokes that really should have gone to F1. So it's quite amazing, his background and what he's achieved. And as I said, we're really, really privileged and grateful to have him on board. Stay tuned, there's a lot of good shit that's
Plenty of
gonna
good
happen.
stories.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thank you very
so
much, guys.
Awesome.
Podcast is coming. I promise.
Yes,
Sorry
we're a
you've
little
been
bit
waiting.
behind, but yeah, we've got some really good content.
We'll get this
Done.
man back here for it. Beautiful. All
Thank
right.
you so much.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you. Bye.